Hello, my wonderful friend. Today's video is on the psychology of ignoring a woman and why it will actually sabotage your relationships and your happiness long term. Yes, we are talking about why the psychology of ignoring a woman will actually cause you to lose her. Now, this comes from my extensive training and research as a certified coach, as well as my insight as a woman. Now, I will also be sharing with you what you actually need to do instead that actually works to be able to get the girl. I have some incredible tips and insight for you today. Each one is so important, so make sure you watch to the end because I would hate for you to miss the last one. Real quick before we dive in, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. My name is Melannie. I'm a Christian dating coach for men. I teach you how to stop wasting your time and your money and your energy on bad relationships and dead-end relationships by learning the skills you need to get your dream girl. So make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and give me a big thumbs up. Okay, let's talk about the psychology of ignoring a woman. The first thing you need to know is that it does work if you are trying to attract a toxic woman. Toxic women are very, very drawn to this tactic. And if you're looking for a one-night fling or a miserable relationship, well then yes, it is a tactic you will potentially want to use. One thing that sets my channel apart, if you've been following me for a while, you know this. I always teach you guys how to have a crazy, happy, lifelong relationship. That's what my skills and the things I teach you are going to get you, is that crazy, happy, crazy in love, lifelong relationship. You will not get that if you ignore her to get her attention or to get her to come back. The truth is, toxic women love drama. They love drama. They are addicted to it and they thrive on it. So yes, ignoring them is definitely going to get their attention and it's going to kind of like upset their ego a little bit. No, you can't walk away from me. I'm the only one who's allowed to walk away from this relationship. And so yes, it will temporarily get her attention. If you saw this video, you know that playing mind games is never going to get you the kind of relationship you ultimately want. If you haven't seen that video, there is a link in the description below. Just know that if you're trying to attract a toxic woman, yeah, this will work. But if you want that happy, lifelong relationship with an amazing woman, then this will not work for you. And this brings us to the second thing you need to know about the psychology of ignoring a woman. And that is that this tactic will not get you the kind of relationship you want ultimately. Here's why. If you have to ignore her to get her to pay any attention to you, what kind of relationship is that? There's no trust. There's no respect, is there? There's no closeness. There's no communication. There's no loyalty. There's no love. I'm sure you've heard me mention this before, but there was a massive study done where they asked the participants what the number one thing they were looking for in a partner was. And do you know what it was? It was kindness. Where is the kindness in ignoring her? That doesn't sound very kind to me. Recently, I did this video on the whole concept of once you stop caring, she starts chasing. And if you haven't seen it, there is a link in the description below. It's a good one. But I had someone comment on that video. Basically, what he said was he kind of felt like his girlfriend was pulling back a little bit. And it made him nervous. And he had heard, oh, you know, ignore her, walk away, and she'll come back and she'll chase you. And so he said he kind of started to do that, but it didn't feel good. So then he watched that video and he was like, you know what? We gotta be mature about this. If we're a couple, we're a couple, just like I explained in that video. And so honestly, guys, he's awesome. He's a rock star. And so he's like, you know what? No, I'm gonna be a mature adult about this. So he talked to her and just said, hey, is everything okay? And it turned out that she was going through some hard things in her life and was feeling overwhelmed and upset. And he pointed out, and I love this, he said, what kind of a boyfriend would I be if I had just walked away from her when she was going through things so hard? But instead, they were able to be adults about it. And guys, that right there, that's what makes a good relationship and what brings the relationship closer. So you really have to ask yourself, what kind of a relationship are you looking for? One with honesty and loyalty and communication and love, or one where you have to ignore each other to keep this going? So I want to pause right here and answer the question, okay, so what do I do instead? What is going to work? What is going to help me get my dream girl? It's very, very simple. All you need to do is you need to know how to attract the right kind of woman instead of those toxic women. Because like I said, it will attract toxic women. So you need to know how to attract the right kinds of women. And you need to know how to just skyrocket your attraction. When you have those things in place, you don't have to play mind games with her. And the truth is, these things are not hard. Once you learn what they are and you apply them, they're very easy, and it makes you feel a lot better. Instead of feeling like, oh great, now I gotta ignore her again. That's exhausting, right? Bottom line, there are simple and easy ways to really increase your attraction like crazy and really connect with her and make her feel amazing when she's around you, which is what makes a woman fall in love and want to spend time with you. Now, I know that can sound a little overwhelming. Don't worry, I've got you. I literally teach my clients this in my program all day long, and what I love the most is how quickly it can happen, how quickly they get results. So please don't let that overwhelm you. So to learn more about the skills you need and about a solid game plan, make sure you watch my free masterclass. I've put together this completely free training for you so that you can know how you can move forward and get your dream girl. There's a link in the description below and a link in the pinned comment. The next thing you need to know about the psychology of ignoring a woman is that it actually sets a precedence for the rest of the relationship. Can you imagine a marriage where all of a sudden you'd have to just start ignoring her again to get her interested? That doesn't sound like much of a relationship, does it? This is again why you just need to ask yourself what kind of relationship you are ultimately looking for. Do you want one full of mind games, or do you want a real relationship? If you're going to have your ideal relationship, your dream relationship, it's very important that you define what that is, that you know what that is and decide if you want it. And if you don't want a relationship based on mind games, do not play them. Otherwise, you will have to play those mind games your entire relationship. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you watch this video. There's a link in the description below. It goes more into what a real relationship should look like, and that it really, like, you can have it. It's totally real. So make sure you give it a watch. Seriously, it's gonna help a lot. The truth is, people get their dream relationships every single day, so it's 100% possible. You just need to know what it is and be committed to getting it. Speaking of which, show your commitment right now by commenting boss in the comments below. Something about doing that and making that commitment and saying, yes, I'm committed to this, is ultimately going to help you get that. So make sure right now, just pause and say boss in the comments. Okay, the next thing you need to know about the psychology of ignoring a woman is that technically it's bullying. I mean, really, think about it. If you saw two kids playing on the playground and one of them just decided to ignore the other one, well, like, that's wrong, right? Somebody would need to sit them down and say, hey, you can't treat people like that. That's not how we treat people. That's not nice. So in a relationship, a romantic relationship that's supposed to be the closest, best relationship in your life, why would you treat that person that way? Why in the world would that be okay? Why would it be appropriate? Bottom line, it's not. And so just like you don't want to marry a toxic person, she doesn't want to marry a toxic person. So if you start playing games like that, she's going to walk away. High quality women, the kind of woman who wants to walk by your side and love you like crazy, she wants to be treated with respect. And if you start ignoring her, she's gonna go find someone who doesn't. And our next thing on the psychology of ignoring a woman is that it doesn't allow you to be true to who you are. You have to pretend to be something you're not. I remember talking to someone once and they said, man, I just really want to text him back, but I feel like I have to wait and I don't want to. I just want to text them. Have you ever felt that way too? The truth is, it's exhausting to try and pretend you're someone you're not, to not be true to who you are, just to play the mind game. If you have to play the mind game with them, it's not a real relationship. Whenever you play mind games, you are actually being manipulative, and that's never going to lead you to the type of relationship you want. You never want to be needy, but it's very, very important that you are true to who you are. And again, that high quality, awesome woman you're looking for, she just wants to know the real you, and she just wants to fall crazy in love with you. She doesn't want any mind games. Let's sum up what you've learned so far. When it comes to the psychology of ignoring a woman, the first problem is that it only attracts toxic women and actually repels good, awesome, high quality women. In addition to that, it's not going to get you the really awesome, happy relationship you are looking for. You can't have a good relationship that's built on ignoring each other. And a quick reminder, to learn more about the skills you need and how simple they are to learn, do make sure you watch my free masterclass. There's a link in the description and a link in the pinned comment below. The next thing is, remember that this sets a precedence for how the rest of your relationship will go. If you have to ignore her now, you are going to have to ignore her later. And that just doesn't sound like a good marriage, don't you think? Next, remember that this is technically bullying. It is bullying her, and that's just wrong. And the next thing is, remember that it doesn't let you be true to who you are. You have to pretend to be someone you're not, and you deserve to be in a relationship where you can be totally and completely you, and where she totally and completely loves you for you. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. Be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell if you haven't yet, and give me a big thumbs up. I want to hear from you in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Would you like more videos like this one? If you would, please leave me a comment yes. And if you have any particular things you've wondered, like, hey, does this strategy actually work? Tell me about it, and that will help me know to make a video on it. So leave me comments. If you have a friend who's been told that the psychology of ignoring a woman works, if you do, please share this with him. I don't want him to sabotage his relationship, and I'm sure you don't either, so please share it with him. If we're not yet friends on social media, check out the links in the description below. I'd love to see you over there too. Thank you so much again for watching, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I have no idea what it could possibly be. So, you know. Seems to be a standard thing when I make videos. Hello, my... Off to a good start. The first thing you need to know is that it does work if you are trying to attacked. What? I'm sure you've heard me mention this before, but there was this massive study done. Yes, there was. Okay. I'm sure you've heard...